Ten Hag has held his second press conference as a United manager ahead of the game of Brentford, where United is going to fly or really travel from Manchester to London, and that is going to be tomorrow at exactly, is it 19:30 hours? Yeah, that's when the game is going to happen. If you remember, the first game of Erik ten Hag was at Old Trafford. He lost by 2-1 against Brighton. A very poor display of United, and it was very ashamed for us to lose to side which goes by the names of Brighton, because we really showed that we really have a long way to go in there for you. But today, he has really held the press conference and talked about very many things, and this is why I'm here to bring your first video of the day on the United Matters channel. I'm bringing you Brentford versus Manchester United press conference. It's a reaction to what Erik ten Hag has really gone ahead to say, and to let you know exactly what he had to say about Manchester United and how he really prepares himself ahead of this very tricky game of Brentford that really has footballers or players that are really so much energetic, and their physicality is not questioned, and their most attribute is to really bully you left, right and center. That is name players like Ivan Toney, is it Mbeumo in there for you, that center forward partnership in there for you of Mbeumo and Ivan Toney is really so much bully in there for you. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Remember, we want to hit 10,000 subscribers onto this channel, and who is going to help us hit or reach this number? Obviously, it's going to be you, the viewers of the United Matters channel. All right, without further ado, let me really start this off like this. The first question raised to Ten Hag was on Ronaldo's latest. He said, so he had a good training week. I thought he played a little bit longer than half an hour. He's had 2 halves, and for the starting 11, we will see tomorrow. My decision, I keep it. So Ten Hag was being asked about Ronaldo, whether he's going to start in the game of Brentford. Obviously said he got some 35 minutes when United was really losing to Brighton. Then he played close to 45 minutes in the game of, is it Halskem in the for you, the game that United won 5-1 in the midweek. It was really a behind closed game, and Ronaldo played 45 minutes. So the manager believes that he's now ready to come in and really play some good number of minutes. But he has said on the decision of whether he's going to start him or not, the manager said, I'm keeping it myself. So we don't know whether Ronaldo is going to start, but obviously we saw it very well in the game of Brighton that when Ronaldo came in through, you saw to it that we had a focal point and we were really playing for much better. So I think it's better for the manager to really get him on the pitch, play some 60 minutes, win that game, be ahead, and then switch Rashford as a striker, and then you bring in players like Garnacho and Sancho, and then you solidify your midfield. You win that game either for you in 60 minutes. I think Ronaldo is going to start tomorrow, according to me, because you need to kill off this game immediately. You get, when he came on, things were totally different. So I really believe that over much the manager is telling us that he's keeping the decision to him. I really believe that a decision has already been taken. We can't play a second game of the season again when Ronaldo is not starting. You rather start Ronaldo, he plays 60 minutes. After playing 60 minutes, get him off the pitch, and then you really put Ronaldo on the line, because by the time you'll be leading, and a team like Brentford will be really so much open, and you can really hit them on the break, especially with the Rashford leading the line. So that top ball over the defenders can really do them harm, especially when you have a player like Marcus Rashford. Now, yesterday we all had news that shocked us that Rashford's brother, who doubles as his agent, was in PSG to negotiate a deal of Rashford crossing from Manchester United to PSG, and Ten Hag was asked about this, and they asked him about Rashford plans. This is what he said. He's really important player. You have seen from the first day I'm here, I'm really happy with him. I don't want to lose him. He's definitely in our plans at Manchester United. So the manager has confirmed Rashford is not for sale. He has him in his plans, and obviously he is going nowhere. That is the manager of United, who goes by names of Erik ten Hag. Rashford is one of those players that really tops the list of players who really played very bad in the game of Brighton. He had 3 chances, and if at all he bagged just one of those. we would have been having a point to saying, all right, he's coming from a bad spell, and obviously he's not really where he's supposed to be. And out of the 3, he scored 1. But even the easiest one of him to score, he failed it because there was a keeper to beat. He had lots of space by the time he really controlled the ball. But instead of passing that ball to find Jadon Sancho to net an empty net, he tried to really take it to the goalkeeper. And guess what? He never even thought of really shooting wide left or wide right. He shot directly into the hands of the goalkeeper. So that's why him, Fred Rodriguez, and Scott McTominay were so much slashed plus look show in the for you by the fans of United. So it looks like Ten Hag has Rashford in his plans and he's not for sale. That's what Ten Hag has really told us. Now, Ten Hag on learning from Brighton loss. What did Ten Hag learn from the loss of Brighton? This is what he said. What I always do after every game, I analyze the game, what went well, what went wrong, where can we improve, what do we have to improve, how can we train, and we tell the players and show them how to improve to get solutions in the fight. So the manager is really telling us that he learned lots of things. After every game, he analyzes what they did well, what they did wrong, and where they need to improve. So the game of Brentford is going to show us whether Ten Hag learned a lot. Because the first step of showing that you learned a lot, Scott McTominay shouldn't be on that field of play. He shouldn't start. I rather feel James Garner alongside Fred Rodriguez in that midfield. You get all Freddie and Danny Van Beek. Secondly, Malacia should start ahead of Luke Shaw because those are the starting points. You get? They are the starting points of this game because we lacked a very good build-up play because we never showed how good we are on the ball. You get? In that back 4, in that game of Brentford, the only player that showed that he's press resistant from the back 4 was Lisandro Martinez, but the rest were really timid. They lost the ball very many times. Come to the midfield, Fred and Scott McTominay were abysmal, and you couldn't really want them to start again. But for Freddie, I know he has a lot of potential, but Scott McTominay shouldn't start. When I see Scott McTominay on that field of play, then I will know that Ten Hag didn't really learn anything from the loss we had against Brighton. So obviously, when you look at what the transfers are really going on, it shows you that he really believes that that midfield is not good enough. He needs to do reinforcements. That's why Marta is in Turin to talk to the manager to the agent of Rabiot. You get? And I think we are slow again. If at all we are taking 1 week to accomplish a deal of a player whose team doesn't want him anymore. We've agreed personal terms with Juventus, and it's taking us a week to negotiate personal terms. Things I really believe that are really so much easy to negotiate. That's really bad. Today is Friday. You get? Rabiot had to be here on Tuesday. Story breaking on Monday. On Tuesday, everything would have been done and dusted. He would have been training with United on Wednesday, such that the manager would have considered him on Saturday. You get? That is it. That is it. Because in the game of Liverpool, I don't want to see Scott McTominay and Freddie in that midfield. I don't want to see. I only want to see Freddie and maybe a Danny Van Beek or an Eriksson. I don't want to see him into that double midfield pivot of United because Scott McTominay is really abysmal. That's it. So let's wait and see whether the manager is going to show us that has really known and he is improving in the for you. Then he continued to let us know that we learned a lot, but I think it's normal. When you start the season, that part is the same. The team gets together, the way we are playing, new start, and you make mistakes. Football is a game of mistakes. We know we have to improve in many things. Clear. Obviously, we have to improve in very many things, but there are things that we don't want to see again at Manchester United. You get? I'm worried that Scott McTominay might even be started tomorrow because in today, I'm asking myself on what criteria do you really get a man who goes by the name of Scott McTominay and then make him the face of a jersey? Is he more famous? You get? But he was one of those jerseys, the light green one, that was put out first. His photos. He appeared with Ronaldo. Is it Scott McTominay and who? And Lindelof. You get? So, I don't know what the target is, but obviously, Scott McTominay is one of those players that shouldn't be in the starting lineup of United. He should just come in through when either we get an injury or when you're doing a rotation to play in some 15 minutes at the end of the game. if at all, Ten Hag. So we wait and see whether he has really learned lots of things from what this guy is all about. Then Ten Hag on the latest transfer, he told us that I'm happy. I think we are cooperating really well. I cannot tell about any individuals. I cannot talk about players under contract at other clubs. That is what Ten Hag really said about that, because we are being linked to very many. Obviously, we know that Anatovic, the fans really said, no, we don't want that player. Obviously, the board bowed down to him. Then for a player who goes by the names of Rabiot, it's personal terms that are really taking us this long. It shows you how poor we are at renegotiating. Teams just take 3 hours to negotiate personal terms because they already have their template with them. You just send them an email, then you type them down, they read. In this .com era, I ask myself, why did Joe Mata had to fly from Manchester to Turin to negotiate personal terms? An email could work better. You can even hold a Zoom meeting with this mother of Rabiot. Simple. So I think that's what we're supposed to do, and the manager is telling us that he's happy and he thinks they're cooperating really well. Something I don't believe that he is happy. Obviously, he's not happy because the De Jong deal is taking long. Secondly, the deal of Rabiot has really taken a week to happen. They've not given him Anthony. They've not gotten him Dumfries. We missed out on Benjamin Sesko. So I really believe that he's not happy. Having delivered 3 out of the 7 players that he wants, I think he's not happy, though he cannot come out to the news and say, I'm happy with the board. Then he was asked on being on the same board with the transfer. He said, yes, we are. Obviously, this is what he's supposed to say, but obviously he is not on them. He's not on the same page with the board because they have really made him bad. They've not backed him as supposed to be backed. Then Ten Hag, on being confident that his squad will be better by the end of the window, he said, we have to. I'm convinced we will have. So he's talking about the end of the window. 3 weeks just left. We are left with 3 weeks in this window, and Ten Hag believes that this board is going to deliver. Yet the board is really taking a week to negotiate personal terms with Rabiot. Personal terms can just take if at all it takes so much long, it's supposed to be 24 hours. This deal came in the news on Monday. On Tuesday, this player would have been at Manchester United because they've already agreed a fee with Juventus. Then, why are we taking this long to negotiate personal terms? So I really believe that the manager really needs to say this because he signed that in his contract. He won't humiliate his bosses because obviously when you come here and really shame your bosses, they will show you the exit door like they did to Ralf Rangnick. But he's not happy with how these people are really doing business. Trust me, he's not happy. He's not happy, though. When you come to media, you have to show to it that you're in the same line with the board. Obviously, the Mourinhos know it, and they are there laughing, saying, Ten Hag, you are dancing to the tunes of Mota, Richard Arnold, and the Glazers, obviously. Now, on the pressure after defeat, he said, I know there is a lot of pressure. I know there is always pressure. I have the experience, how it is. I know we have to win every game. I know the fans. I know everyone expects United to win every game. We have to deal with that. And all I can do is prepare the team as well as I can this weekend. Obviously, Mr. Ten Hag, we are behind you. We are backing you as the fans of United. Even here at the channel, we are really having lots of hopes in you because we believe that you are really that only burning candle left at United. The positivity the Glazers are really having is all about Erik Ten Hag, not anything else. And the belief we have in you is us playing that sexy football. Secondly, grooming the young talent and finding ways of merging them into the already existing team, like the Hanniballs, the Amad Diallos, the Hanniballs, the Zidane Iqbals, the Charlie Savages, the Alvaro Fernandez, the Ethan Layards, such players, the Alejandro Garnacho. That's how I expect you to do. So we are really so much expectant and optimistic of this manager, and we are backing him. But obviously, he has really told us a very good answer as far as them being on pressure is concerned. He says that he knows this. There is pressure every time you lose, and he has the experience. We will believe that, but you have an experience of the very Eredivisie, and you are learning that of the Premier League. Obviously, few managers have come in and blessed the Premier League and hit the ground running in there for you, but we really keep our hopes on Ten Hag only, because we want to see our team really playing very well. To me, I don't really believe. Sorry, I won't be bothered if at all we don't make it to top 4. But when you're playing very well, like you get that ball, pass it left, right, and center through the middle axis, attack when our intensity is right, our attacks are all programmed. That will be one of the things that will really make me happy. You get? Things that will make me happy will be one of those. So I will believe that Erik ten Hag is really ready to transform this team. But it's starting tomorrow at that game of Brentford. Who is he starting? Is he going to make some changes? Because we need drastic changes. Some players need to be really put down. Heads need to roll tomorrow. But as I know Ten Hag, he might be this kind of manager who is saying, all right, let's give them a second chance. That's all right. But the more you give them second chances, like Scott McTominay, that means we are losing more games. Then Ten Hag on Brentford test his head. Every game is hard. Really good team. Same as last week, Brighton. They have a team and a coach long together and a good structure. We have to win, obviously. Everyone wants a win. Do you know why you want a win in that game of Brentford? It's only a die. It's not a do or die win. It's a die win. You get? We have to die up to win this win, because our third game is against Liverpool. If at all we don't really win against Brentford, we'll either be having 0 points after 3 games or 1 point. Because the way we are looking, Liverpool will come at Old Trafford and really do the same thing to us they did last year. They can, because the midfield really looks horrible. You get? Even if they're really losing, they're not having Thiago Alcantara for 6 months, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Curtis Jones. But they have Fabinho, they have Naby Keita, they have Henderson, they're having Milner, you get? They're having Harvey Elliott. They can come in and really get us to the levels of being beaten left, right, and center. So I really believe that we need to win tomorrow's game. It's so much crucial. Guys, if there is a game United needs to win, it's the game of Brentford. At least, let's win it and have 3 out of 6 points. It's better. Because I don't believe in collecting 2 draws, you get, and losing 1. It's better we win against Brentford. Even if we lose against Liverpool, we'll be having 3 out of 9. That will be okay, because losing against Liverpool is not going to make news to everyone. I know it's really an embarrassment for us to lose to Liverpool, but as things look, I cannot blame Ten Hag when he loses to Liverpool, because a manager who got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was here for like 2.5 years, lost 5-0 to that side. You get? Yet he had added in Ronaldo, Rafael Varane, Sancho, you get? And he was being backed every summer. Every summer was being backed, but this one is starting his job. So that's why tomorrow, that game of Brentford is so much crucial for us to win. We need to win this game. We need to win it. Then, on latest injuries said, Martial will not be available, and Victor Lindelof as well, known for this weekend. So Anthony Martial is really suffering from a hamstring injury. He's away and is not going to be here, but it's said that he's going to start training next week and he'll be available for that Liverpool game. So I think Martial needs really to get... Is it a new doctor? They need to find him a doctor to treat him, because he was not an injury-prone player. He's just turning into an injury-prone player. You get? So let's wait and see how that happens. But Lindelof is the one who worries me, because I believe that he should be pushing to start in that United team, but he's also having an injury at Manchester United. So those 2 players are out, but the rest are available. That means Rafael Varane is available, Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Diego Dello, Freddy, Ronaldo, and all the other teams, their teammates are really available. Then, Ten Hag was asked on the Wrexham and Halifax fixtures. These 2 games were played at Carrington. They're really closed-door games. Yes, he said, United have faced National League duo Wrexham and Halifax behind closed doors in the recent weeks, and Erik ten Hag has spoken about the matches. In his own words, this is what he said. I don't like them being behind closed doors, but it was behind, and we needed all the players to get the minutes in the legs. Of course, it's best to get that in the league, but we have a squad and we need a squad in there for you. So we need double positions, and of course they can also show their capabilities to me and to the team. and get to the right fitness levels and work hard. That's the most important thing in that for you. So it looks like even the preseason for Erik ten Hag was not enough, because he was instilling something new in these players, and he knows that the level of intensity he wants his players to be playing on obviously requires a lot of hard work in the preseason. And having met these players for the very first time, he really saw it that these players are really lacking a lot. That's why he kept on bringing such friendlies at Manchester United. You see to it that players that never got lots of minutes in the preseason, like the Ghana, Alejandro Garnacho, who else? Ronaldo really get into this mix a lot. So that's what Ten Hag had to say about the Brentford versus Manchester United, and he's telling us that obviously United are really willing to go ahead and really win. We are here to win, and they're chasing in for more transfers to come in through, but my worry is that we are really taking long to chase for these transfers. That's what worries me a lot, because you can tell me that we are really taking 7 days to negotiate personal terms with a player who goes by the names of Rabiot. That's yet for Ronaldo. It took us just hours for everything to get done. You get? And we're giving him lots of money. So I don't really know what is really into that structure of United. We aren't a football club. I really give a benefit of doubt to the board, especially because they know this job. But United and where we are, we shouldn't be new. Why did we sack Ralf Rangnick? Because this is where we needed Ralf Rangnick. You get? He's good at negotiating. He's supposed to be the football director at Manchester United. You get? So I 100% believe that United is really lacking. But let's wait and see how tomorrow is going to go, because it's all about tomorrow. We need a win. Brentford is not an easy journey for United. Though last season we beat them 3-0 at the Brentford Community Stadium. We're going to play tomorrow, and they came in at Old Trafford and we beat them 4-1. You remember that like yesterday. So let's wait and see what the result is going to be, because even Brighton, by the time they came in at Old Trafford, they had never won at Brighton. In 12 games in all competitions, they had lost 2, and they had drawn 2 and lost 10 to United. But they managed to come in here and really get a win against United. So we shouldn't be so much excited and taken away. Let's wait and see what the result is going to be. But your reactions to Erik ten Hag's press conference, Brentford versus Manchester United, is welcome into the comment section below. I go by the names of Rock and David. Obviously, United Matters channel is the YouTube channel you're watching us from. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the blood of Jesus Christ, and may the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly as you guys want to be blessed. More blessings. I sign out officially. United Matters channel. I'm returning with the match preview onto this channel. I'm out.